Hello, folks. I am back with a question and answer session, and it's regarding the Sig Sauer P320 X series. Per YouTube's rules, I will not be putting together or dismantling or anything of that nature. So that's why you see the firearm apart at this time, because of their tough rules on whether you're doing some type of manufacturing or anything like that. So all firearms are safe and everything is taken apart at this time. Okay, getting to the question. This question is from RL. We had been communicating for a little bit yesterday, and he posed this question. He says, does your build account for the added tungsten weight on the frame? And he is referring to a build I made. It was the AXG Pro that I've been talking about. It's one of my favorite configurations that I've done, and it's on the AXG Pro. So as you see here, I'm going to move the camera a bit. It is apart, but I'm going to answer that question in just a bit, because I wanted to get people to understand what the weight is and what the TXG frame is and what the AXG frame is. And a lot of people get confused with what a weight is. So I'm going to get to that. Let's start with a regular P320 grip module. And all grip modules, in sake of fairness, they all have the magwell at the bottom. The regular grip module, and like I said, this is only pertaining to the X series, is of the polymer construction. Now, the weight that everybody is talking about is inside this grip module right here. And then I'm going to point out this weight that's right inside here. So that's what you're looking at, the weight here. When you purchase a P320 X series, that weight is not included. You have to buy that separate. You have to buy that from the Sig Sauer website. And the weight that they're talking about inside here adds a little bit of balance when you're shooting the firearm, and it works very well, because if you didn't have the weight in there, it could be a little flippy or whatnot, but it does add some type of balance as you're shooting. Now, that weight, when you purchase it from Sig Sauer, is about 1.6 ounces. So I'm going to try to get this scale set up here, and I'm going to try to show you how much this weighs. And if I can just get this in the frame, I'm just going to probably have to move the camera. So I'm going to put this on here, and we have a weight. There's a little bit of glare, and it's going to be 7.3 ounces. So that's what you'll see with that. That's going to be 7.3 ounces. And like I said, the weight is added there to help with recoil and to add some little balance stability. Later on, after they came out with that X series, we do know that they came out with the X5 Legion. Now, the X5 Legion has a tungsten infused grip module, but as you see again, there is the weight in here. Now, I'm sorry I didn't take out the weight and was able to weigh this, but when I bought this separate. So I do have an X5 Legion, but I bought this particular frame separate and created a separate, what you call X5 Legion, and I use other configurations. So that weight is in here, and it was already installed when I bought this grip module. So let me put the grip module here. And you're going to see a big significant difference here. You're going to see it weighing in at 1 pound, 0.6 ounces. That's 1 pound, 0.6 ounces. So that's a big significance in weight compared to the regular grip module with the weight that's inside. Now we're going to move over to the AXG. Now, the AXG is an aluminum alloy grip frame. Now, the difference with this one is there is no weight in this one. It's not where you have to add the weight or anything like this. So if you could see that right in this area. So as you see, all this is one constructed piece together. And I'm going to put this one here. And we're going to look at that. It is going to be 9.8 ounces. So you're going to see the difference in weight there. This goes up to 1 pound. This is at 9, roughly, well, I lost my figures on this at this moment. But as you see, there is a big difference between the weight. So to clear that up, this is all internal here. There's no added weight in here. So this is a really good feel for me. You don't have to add another weight. It's everything pretty much shoots accurate, flat, and you have a lot of control. A lot of people may not like this because if you're carrying this around, it is weighty. If you are someone from the old school that used to carry all steel guns, this is going to be reminiscent of that time period of a all steel gun, even though this is alloy. This is going to be even heavier. So I play around with my configurations. What I do is I will mix and match. If I can get that here, I will mix and match these different parts here. And then I will change it around to have different features or whatnot. So I hope this can help RL in understanding what these modules are and the weight that is in there. So when you do your configurations, just understand that there's going to be different weights. There's things, other options. And if you want further information, go to the Sig Sauer website. One of the other biggest things is when you're creating these, one of the biggest mistakes that people do is you have to get the right spring and barrel length for different size slides and other configurations. So that's one of the most important things that you have to do when you're making these different configurations. And speaking of Sig Sauer, I just got this in my email. Sig Sauer, I guess their representatives are there are going to be at what they call the Heritage Guild of Easton. That's going to be in Easton, PA, 70 Hilton Street in Easton, PA. They're going to be doing this thing called try and buy. So you'll be able to shoot these particular firearms before you buy that. They will be also talking with you with all SIG products, and also if you have any questions about the AXG, TXG, or any other X series or any other products, if you're in the area, just stop over at that location. It is for one day, unfortunately. I just found out now. It's going to be November 6th, which is this Saturday. And that is, I believe the time frame is going to be like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something of that nature. But yeah, just feel free to check that out. If you're a SIG fan, I like the classic line. You can check them out if and just in case you're not a 320 fan. There's Rattlers that you can talk to them about and all the other SIG products. So with that said, I hope that answered a couple questions for RL and anybody else that wanted to know what the weight is that people are talking about versus the weight with this and the weight with the TXG frame. So I hope that helped everybody out with that. With that said, happy shooting, stay safe, #2X.